Hi chaps, I'm back. It's been 2 days since my last shave, which was on a Lune edge, which I previously tested and is still very, very nice. I've got 2 more razors which I've honed this morning, which will be an interesting test because they're all by the same company. They're all ERN German. They're all very high quality. Well, they were very high quality when they were new. The interesting part being, somebody posed the question to me just the other day, did I prefer a Lune natural edge or did I prefer a 12K? Well, actually, I'm trying to do those tests to determine which is which. As it is by the same maker of the same period, it might be a fair test. Anyway, if you wonder what I'm slapping on my face, I'm going back to the tobacco. German razors, German soap. So the tobacco, very simple to put on, doesn't take a second. None of the frustration of temperatures and the correct balance of water to lather. Anyway, let me put that down. Let me get old faithful. I'll show you the razors in 2 secs. I think you'll be interested. I hope you will. Yeah, the little ERN ATOR, which I tried to use 2 days ago, no, the edge was very poor. It really needed to have a proper bevel set, which I've done. And this, by the way, is very nice lather. How about that? As simple as that and as quick as that. So none of this sort of hours and hours building a lather. I really don't have the time. Anyway, there it goes, that'll do. Let me show you the razors, because they're rather exciting. First of all, golden rule. Don't go shaving with slippery fingers, because it's the land of the cuts then, isn't it? Anyway, pop him there for a second. Let me show you, first of all, this is on a 12K edge. It's an earlier, slightly earlier ERN. It says Friedrich Ern Company, Weyer, Solingen. So this one, same company, probably the same steel, very similar grind, but this is on a 12K. So let's try the 12K. Yep, that's crisp. Not too bad at all. Although this is only a couple of days of stubble, I haven't put a lot of hot water on to soften it. So you can hear it's a little bit tuggy. So far, I wouldn't rate that as particularly good. And that is an ERN. However, now there's the ATOR, and that's now got a new edge. But this one is a natural edge. This one is, of course, on a Lune. Let's see how that compares. Better, straight away. Smoother, not so tuggy. I'll be perfectly candid, I never was terribly keen on the 12K edge. I love synthetics. I'm actually better with synthetic honing than I am with natural. But this is superior by far. Yeah, no drag at all. That's rather an interesting factor there. Anyway, that's again, that is only about a 5/8. It's an ERN, so it's a ERN, same company, and it's got even its own serial number on it. Yeah, that's the small ATOR. Now let's go to the Crown and Sword. That's quite a famous, the Crown and Sword. I mean, most people know Crown and Sword. It's again, but it is the same company. It's ERN. It's got the rather nice scimitar on the side of the scale. Just quick refresh of the lather. And I would honestly say the lathers I have been using haven't got a patch on this tobacco shave stick. So anyway, let's try this fella on the moustache. Yeah, again, even though it's a bigger blade and it's a slightly more dodgy, older razor, it still feels better. And again, this is on exactly the same Lune edge. Very slightly more draggy. This could be down to the fact that the ATOR by Ern and Company, Friedrich Ern, the ATOR is possibly slightly better quality. No, I don't like this. No. 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 Not so good. So, conclusion. This on a 12K edge. Oh, no, sorry, get it wrong. This on the Lune edge, not as good. Let's go back to the ATOR, which again is a Friedrich Ern. Oh, the difference. Amazing. These were both home by me yesterday, identically, and I do mean even stropped identically. But unfortunately, I forgot to say that the crown and sword isn't much good. But it did have troubles. It did have quite severe troubles. But this is a nice little razor. It seems to like a Lune edge. As the crown and sword, afraid that's going to have a rethink. Loads and loads, even though it's only 2 days, it's loads and loads of stubble coming off. I have a theory, potentially silly theory, but I have a theory. I think the steel is more important than the stone. This will cause huge amounts of controversy, I'm sure, but even from the same company, you can get problems with steel. If the tempering's not right, or over the years, these are older razors, if over the years it's had perhaps some corrosion, that's not bad. It's not my favourite, but I would say not a bad little edge. Let's go back to this slightly earlier. This is the slightly earlier ERN and Company, Friedrich Ern. Again, very similar, slightly bigger blade than the last one. And again, this one though, I've got to say, is worth another go because it's on a 12K synthetic edge. And so far, which is a bit of an unfair test, it's only the one razor that's on 12K. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. So, I would say fairly equal. The one thing I would say is the final arbitrator will be if I was to put one of these onto a 20K synthetic edge. Of course, these are subjective tests. This is down to me, so I can hardly say they're that fair. But I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to find best steel to best edge, and that's going to take a while, so this isn't going to be a short test. Because I'm getting through so many of these tests, I'm going to put bits of tape onto the scales and write on them. Sign of old age. Yeah, perfectly adequate. Nice razor. An older style, but a very nice razor. None of these would be my favourite razor. I'd go for a big custom. Mr. Wolfson is making very big customs, very beautiful razors. This isn't as good as a Wolf Blades, but it's a lot older and is not quite as good as possibly some of the other customs. It's doing a good job, I'm not complaining. So, this is a period Friedrich Ern. The other one is a period Friedrich Ern. I'm going to have one more pass as a comparison before making up my mind. But I think this 12K edge on this earlier Friedrich Ern is good. Yep, it's pretty good. Let's go back to the ATOR. And this is the little ATOR. And this one was very charming. I thought it was quite a nice little razor. This beautiful lines, lovely curves, lovely swelled, I don't know what you call it, swelled tang and good quality jimping. So let's see how this behaves, and that'll be it. I won't waste any more of your time. So here we go. Yeah, very adequate. I would say, I would honestly say I couldn't choose between them. If anything, this has still got the edge. Excuse the rather sad pun and analogy. I would say it's slightly smoother. I don't think it's any more sharp. Very slightly smoother. And this is on the Lune stone, which is a hell of a lot easier than going through half a dozen graded stones synthetically, which I just did today. Don't even ask me how many laps I've put in, but a lot. No, this is a lovely little razor. So, all my last shaves have been with Friedrich Ern German razors. Maybe a little bit grabby under the chin. That's where the stiffest bristles always are. And I think, if I'm lucky, and this turns out to be as smooth a shave as it looks, I'll spend the rest of the afternoon preening and rubbing my face. One of the signs of us straight razors, if you've had a good shave, you can't resist rubbing your face because it feels so good. It feels incredible. The skin's been rejuvenated, the whiskers have been removed. And it's a wonderful feeling, which is why we do it. I don't think you could say that about most. However, that's not the reason The reason to be straight razor shaving is to hone your skills, is to build up a new set of skills. And when you do, you're very happy. Oh, hello, I got someone calling me. I must leave you. I'm very sorry.